As with every mass shooting, we can all take a look back at what went wrong and what should have happened. But we wanted to hear from an expert on the subject, so we called her. This is Schildkraut, who you're about to see. She's a professor at SUNY Oswego in New York. And for the last 4 years, she's been taking a look at mass shootings, studying lockdown drills and active shooter simulations. So it's safe to say she lives, eats, and breathes research. So what does she think districts could take away from what happened in Uvalde? Take a listen.
We saw catastrophic failures related to law enforcement response. We saw issues within the school about how they communicated what was going on. From the reports that we've seen out of the Texas legislature, the principal never called the situation over the PA system, citing that she didn't want to create a panic. We know that there was ongoing maintenance issues, so that the door lock to one of the specific classrooms wasn't working. And of course, we know that he gained access to the building in the first place through an unlocked door, which was not the only unlocked door in the building that day.
So what does work? What should districts be considering and focusing on as we head into the new school year?
I think it's most important that we make sure that schools have a comprehensive all hazards emergency response plan. Certainly we don't want to only prepare for the very worst day, but that still has to be part of the planning.
Now, there are requirements to perform a certain number of drills in schools here in Connecticut, but do they really work? You've probably wondered that before. Schildkraut says yes. In fact, in her studies, she's found lockdown drills specifically, when done right, can actually make students feel empowered to respond in the case of an emergency, and then they perceive their risk of harm at school to actually be lower. And most surprisingly, maybe, they found that anxiety can actually be lower after taking part in a drill, and well-being can increase. LeBlanc, Fox 61 News.